Some says issues dividing People's Democratic Party will soon be over. During an expanded stakeholders meeting at the Government House in Makurdi, Autumn hinted that different factions are already resolving the matter, dividing them.
Let nobody deceive you and think that we are the leadership, we are divided. We are not divided. We are strategizing, and by the grace of God, those issues that would have divided us, we are tackling them, and if there is need to inform you about the national politics, that we are going to do. But for us in Benue State, it is a seed matter that we are not divided. We have issues at the national level we are discussing, and by the grace of God, we will overcome them.
Right, a lot to talk about this morning.
Yes, well, PDP crisis, it's been on the table for a number of weeks, months, and unfortunately, this has gone on a bit too. Now people are saying, sort your house together, put your house in order so that you can focus on representing the people properly. Elections are going to be in a matter of weeks, and yet we're still looking at internal wranglings within the PDP. Don't forget, we have the G5 governors who have said that if that their grievance is that the chairman of the PDP, Senator Iyorchia Ayu, and the presidential candidate, Waziri Atiku Abubakar, are from the same zone, geopolitical zone, and this isn't right. Just balance that side by side with what the President Muhammadu Buhari of the APC had said. Perhaps they'll borrow relief from that, where he said that one of the strongest points for the APC is for them to remain united so that they can do well at the polls in the next few weeks. Unfortunately, the PDP cannot boast of this. Second of all is also the fact that they need to focus on the issues. Don't forget that Governor Samuel Autumn has always been said he's open to reconciliation, hasn't closed that door. That despite the agitations of fair representation across board, he has said that they are open to reconciliation. So he was just reiterating what he had always said. It's also important to note, we had this conversation yesterday, that the presidential candidate of the PDP had said that his appointments would be based on merit and federal character, ensuring there was fairness and fair representation. Unfortunately, this doesn't all go well for him, because even within his party, they're still sorting out the issues of fair representation and zoning. Very, very important. Also, just putting that side by the fact that if things are going to be sorted, there's been a reappointment. Senator Ademola Adeleke, the governor of Osun State, has now been made the coordinator of the Southwest region for the PCC, Presidential Campaign Council of the PDP, displacing or replacing Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State. More details will come up, but it'll be interesting to understand why in the face of these challenges.
Dr. Watson?
Well, there was a meeting about a day ago or so of members of the Integrity Group, including Governor Samuel Autumn himself, Governor Wike, and others, according to reports. And then a team from the presidential campaign, the Atiku campaign, led by Governor Fintiri of Adamawa. And that meeting was part of attempts, to resolve the conflict within the party. But at that particular meeting, we were told that, look, nobody shifted grounds. The Fintiri-led group was saying, well, whatever grievances that the Integrity Group had put on the table will be addressed after the election. And that in itself was a major point of disagreement. Governor Autumn was there, according to the reports. Governor Makinde was there. Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi was there. Other members, of the Integrity Group were present. So at what point, was it before that meeting or after that meeting that Governor Autumn is now saying PDP will overcome its challenges and that groups are talking among themselves? Well, the main oxygen of a politician is optimism. You will never find a politician who is not an optimist. So politicians are always looking forward to a better tomorrow. However, the development after that meeting was that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party now decided to appoint Governor Adeleke of Osun State as the coordinator of the presidential campaign, PDP Presidential Campaign Council in the Southwest, thus removing Governor Makinde. And it's understandable. One, they've not been able to reach any agreement with the integrity group, a wing of the PDP still. Two, Governor Makinde and others had also made it clear that they will not campaign at the presidential level for the PDP. In Port Harcourt, for example, the campaign vehicles there, under the leadership of Governor Wike of the PDP, do not have Atiku Abubakar's pictures. The same situation is what obtains in Oyo State, where Governor Makinde himself is looking for a second term, but he has not shown up at any of the major campaigns or rallies held by the presidential candidate of the party. It therefore makes sense to say, well, since you are indifferent about the campaign, the presidential candidate has now chosen Governor Adeleke of Osun, who has shown great enthusiasm at the various rallies that have been held, and at every rally, almost engaging in a dancing competition with Dino Melaye and, with all those moves. So he has been rewarded for his enthusiasm, and I think it's a natural thing for the presidential candidate to say, well, we have an alternate governor in the Southwest who will dance and sing and campaign and paste posters. So, fair enough, isn't it?
I mean, because of time, I'll just make a quick comment. The new decision the PDP has made to move on and bring in somebody to coordinate their campaigns in the Southwest is in line with the saying that nature abhors a vacuum. If the G5 integrity group have been fighting the larger body of the PDP all this while, based on their own convictions, the larger body will have to move on at some point to make its own decisions. Nature abhors a vacuum. Probably, if they settle, they can come back together and realign. But nature abhors a vacuum. Hence, if Adeleke is there, they've been able to give him the job. But for me, the PDP will sort out its own problem at its time when their interests align. Political parties will sort out their problems when their interests align. The question I keep asking every day is, what is in your own best interest as a Nigerian people? And when will you get people that will align with your interest? That's all that matters for me. Politicians will be politicians.